Hello. Okay, so maybe I will start with short update because I've been working a little bit off screen. So first of all, yeah, basically we have the timer now on the bottom of the screen. It works correctly. It starts when we cross the starting line, and it will stop when we cross the finish line. After the race is finished, we can trigger the replay. We can restart the level. For now, for the tutorial levels, I can just skip to the next one. But like I said, the timer will not start until you cross the start line. Yeah, I didn't change anything in the tutorial levels. For now, they are as they were made. But that I was testing them, and yeah, I think they should work. Yeah, so they basically explain the basic mechanics, like that you need to cross the checkpoint and go to the finish line. That you can have different checkpoints and then you need to cross all of them. And today I will be trying to do something with the checkpoints so they will be easier visible, and also that I could make them disappear when you cross them, because it's currently not possible as whole map is displayed basically just as an image. Because every single map is basically, I can open that. So basically the whole map is here. It's just a single image with transparency, and color of each pixel defines what it is on the map. So where you spawn, where is the start line, where is the finish line. Yeah, so and okay, did I, from the last time, what we have now? So the checkpoints are working, tutorials are fine for now. Oh, I added controller support, so basically you can now play with analog stick and a button, and it's working surprisingly well. I even feel that it may be a bit easier or more intuitive to control it with the controller, but I did some tests if it comes to the times, and it looks like basically I'm able to get almost the same times. So it's basically you don't have advantage using any of them. And it was also surprisingly easy to add the controller support in Godot. So that's also a cool thing. Yeah, I didn't test zoom in, zoom out. So this, I added that, but didn't test it. And of course it's only for gameplay, so I can like restart level. So that is working. Yeah, that will come later. Yeah, so image data pixels, because like I said, everything, like you can basically draw a map in any program. So we need to hide the information in some way on the map. And currently only additional thing is the first pixel on the top left corner. And that's basically saying what's the scale of the map, because this is like 63 by 63 pixels, so it's really small, and we are in game scaling it, let's check, 32 times, so it will be 32 times bigger. What I was thinking also, and it is something that I will need to consider, like having the simple mode for tracks, because I want it to be as easy as possible to draw a map, and currently it needs at least the control over alpha, because you need to have like transparent pixels whenever you can go, and also like the start, finish line and checkpoints require to have like specific amount of transparency, like its alpha value need to be 100 for those, and also for that one, and that's maybe not too easy. So I was thinking about second map format that will not require like this stuff, that something that you could draw like in paint basically. So no transparency, it would be based only on colors. The downside would be that the map itself would be like not the track, but the visual part of the map would be simpler, because here technically we could draw anything. So if I would really want to have like track that looks like, I don't know, city for example, I could draw like building here, buildings or anything like that. It's possible. And in this other format it would be not possible, like the track would be black is when you can go, white is, maybe I will show that, we can do it on small map, like give me black background and give me like something like that. So the black would be the track, white, clearly white pixel is, yeah, would be the spawn point. So for example here, green would be So that one would be the start. Let's say that. Red would be the finish line. It's the same but without the alpha values. But obviously you cannot use those colors now on the map. So let's have it like here. The checkpoints would be the three colors, like combining two base colors, and the gray would be for walls. So like 120, exactly that value would be walls. So we can do like we don't need checkpoints on that type of track. But if we would want to add them just to test, it would be like, for example, that one. That one. And that one. So it would be only 3 checkpoints, and in normal maps you can have more of them, obviously. And yeah, and the scale probably would need to be either deduced from the size of the image, like those simplified maps would need to have like specific sizes, like 32, 64, 128, and so on. And it would scale based on that. Like that probably would need to be scaled 64 times to have like meaningful size. Yeah. And basically those maps should behave exactly the same, except of that you don't need any other magic stuff in here. Maybe I could, like, for them to not look like blunt, maybe we could hide some additional pixels, but I'm not really sure. Or maybe I could assume that you can use any other color for the walls, but that comes with the risk that someone will do like that, and it will be really hard to tell. Or maybe you could like select or get like proposed color of the walls, and the player can override that somewhere in the settings, like in this, in simplified maps you can like change maybe the color so to be able to see them correctly. It would also be good accessibility feature, because you can do then like high contrast stuff or something like that. Yeah, but that's just ID. I will save that because it will be good example. So it will be So that would not require transparency at all, and it may be easier. Okay. So that's the ID for the simple mode. Training mode will be only like no clip mode. So basically you could start the track and then hit a button to like not collide with anything, like with start finish with walls, just to train basically. That's we could try to do that. It should be easy, but yeah, for today I plan to do something else. Yeah, so basically what I was thinking about, because like I said, I will need the checkpoints to disappear, and also I really don't want to have that start and finish line in green and blue for a few reasons. First is that it's not accessible to colorblind people, because this is the most common color blindness, where you cannot distinguish red and green. In track like that you cannot fail, but like that you will not be able to tell which is which. And yeah, so I will probably want to gather the information where those objects are, remove them from the image that is displayed as the track, and display them in other form, where I could possibly add like some form of texture to them, or some form of movement, so we could easily distinguish which is start and which is the finish line. Like the finish line could be this white black grid known from racing. So that would be one part, and also it would be important for the checkpoints, because yeah, the fish they're based on colors also, and we could override that. Then I could basically do like render them in any color, so we could possibly have like accessibility menu where you can change the colors of the checkpoints. That's one of the things. And the other is that I will be able to make them disappear when you cross them, so you know that you don't need them anymore. And this is important because you can have like that, you can have two of them, but they are basically the same checkpoint. You need to, it will be enough to only get one of them, and you will have like visual feedback that you cross that one, and both of them will disappear. Also, I will probably need some form of split times with the checkpoints. I will need to think about that. It will be good to have like split times for like world record and for personal best, so we could see if the pace is okay, because game is based on like trying to beat the time, so it's important to be able to see that, I think. Yeah. So yeah, that's the ID, and I was thinking about few solutions how to do it. Because like I said, the map is stored as an image. I'm currently the whole setup, whole tracks are working that I go through all of the pixels on the map and basically get all the pixels that are not transparent. So I know that this is the boundary of the track, but like I said, I could like do anything here. It would be still visible. I can draw like any form of additional stuff just to like track to look cool, for example. So all those all are walls, but also yeah, but also the spawn point, the start and checkpoints are also gathered as pixels, and I will need to remove them from the image itself if I want to draw them in another way. And I was thinking about few solutions. One of them was to run like edge detection algorithm to get the boundary of that and know exact shape, and then remove them and maybe just draw something in that shape. But that would be not so easy, because for example I have shapes like that, and I would need to detect also the holes in the shapes if I would want to do that, and that would be a bit tricky, I think. Possible, but yeah, for now I don't want to play with that if I will not need that. So my second idea was to, because I already know the pixels, sorry. Yeah, so the second thing, and I will try to do it now, is to, because I already know the location of the pixels, I know what is where, I will remove them from that image, but I will overlay another image above that with those pixels, and I will apply shaders for that additional layers, and I will have like additional one layer for the start line, for the finish line, and for each of the checkpoints. So I will probably need to limit the amount of checkpoints that you can have, and if I will do that, I will probably limit the colors that you can use to some like good values that I can easily distinguish. And whenever you cross any checkpoint, we can just hide that additional image layer with that checkpoints, and they will disappear. And with shaders we can do almost anything that we want to that. I was checking that already. This green pixel here, it's basically I was checking if I can edit the image in when I'm loading it, and it's possible. It's pretty fast and easy, so I will use that to remove the pixels from the main track image. And I was also checking the shaders in Godot, and it's also rather standard shading stuff, so I was trying to do something like that, and it's working. For now it's just replacing the color with red, but it shows how it could work, because it's replacing only with shaders every color on that initial image. and this is roughly something that I will need to do after splitting the image to different layers, and I will try to do that now. Okay, we can check one thing. If you can modify it in a little different way. Something like that. No, it's only a copy. questions if this is like pure. You can check that by modifying the first index. It could be red channel for first pixel. Okay, so that would be some form of struct. What is this? Okay, set. But we should have it as what it was. Back. Yeah, we cannot get this. Okay, that. What's that? So it's like that. I don't think that. Okay, it looks like. Okay, let's try to find it that way. Yeah, that will be that. Okay, but it's just... So it's just like that. Okay, so that was not intuitive at all. Okay, so we can get to that, and now we could do like set value, and for was that? Okay, no, because it's not that. We would just need to use like maybe the first one. No, let's use the red one. Okay, so if it works correctly, we should have like the top left pixel, it should be red. If it will not explode. Okay, now we will not see it because everything is red. Yeah, now we can check that. Okay, so it's not working. Or it is, but it's not changing the alpha value. So I would need to do it like this, just for... Okay, we don't need that basically. And we have and that should be also 0. No, let's do it like this. Okay, so it is also changing probably copy that. Because if I do it like this, it works. Okay, no problem at all. We can use that approach. And we will need to have like XY of the pixel. Yeah, because we can like test that, and that works without any problems. Yep, exactly. Okay, so yeah, okay, everything still works properly. Okay, so I will need to have... I can do it in two ways. We could loop here. I would probably separate that for separate function. And basically we could change, I will probably mark that. Because we don't need the texture here, because we are doing a double job. We are loading it to the texture and getting image from the texture. And we can just create the image first. And then we can create a texture, because we still need to image texture like that function call. So basically the loading here is unnecessary. But okay, it's for later. I will add that also here somewhere. Yeah, it will be as a cleanup. Yeah, okay, that should work. So after getting that and creating the map, because we need all those hashes basically, so we would need and we would need to pass image. That's all, I think. Okay, we can clean that up. Okay, so that will do it. What else? Yeah, okay, so we have this create track layers. And I will need the that path, it will be that one. Okay, yeah, but we don't want that here. We want to have it. Okay, we will need like more of them, but for now we will test only on that one. Okay, so what I will need for that? We basically would need to go through. I think we can do it like this. We would need to go like Y first. And X here. So we have every pixel of the image here. And we can just check them. Or it would be probably easier to just... Yeah, because now we will need to go through all of the pixels. Yeah, so that would be slower, probably. So it would be better to... But do we expose that? Probably not. We are not exposing whole dictionaries. Because I would need to like pass... Where is it? Okay, it's in the track, so we don't... The track keeps that. Okay, so for example we have start pixels, so we would need to... list here, so we just have the list. It would be easier probably. No, we can just pass. It would be better, but what I would need to return then, it would be list of it would be something like that, and I would need to have the track. So track start pixels. Okay, we could use some clever it was where? No. Okay, I will need to. Maybe it was select.
It had been well understood by the scientists and philosophers of classical antiquity that the Earth was a mere point in a vast, encompassing cosmos.
Yeah, project each element of sequence at uniform. Yeah, exactly. So we need to do like select, and we will have one integer there because it's a set. And we would want to project that to sorry? I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Okay. So we can, with select, we can project every object in this hash set to vector with coordinates, but we need to get them, and it's one value. We will need okay, we can just use that. It's basically easily accessible here. So yeah, but it will be nicer. So if we use modulo width, we will get the x value. So the I modulo width should give us the x value, and the divided by width. Okay, so we don't need height in this. Yeah, because if we divide by the amount, like by the whole width, we will get the row number, and if we modulo the width, we will get x value. Yeah, so that's not needed. And so we have with the select, and we should have it as to list, and basically we could just return that, and it's basically one liner. Okay, and the question is if this will work. So we would need to here, so we will probably not need that one anymore also. So what we would need, we would call get start line pixels, and basically we could go like that. And we can do like, okay, we will need the other image also. We will need to create it because we don't have it at all for now. Okay, but what would be the good way to do it? Okay, we can, because if we will create, okay, it can be temporary. We don't need, so it would be image. Okay, can we? Okay, we That was strange noise from my dog. Okay, so we can try to do okay, we can do it like this. There is something like feel. Yeah, okay, yes, it is. But how do we set the size of that? If we want to create the new one, how do we set the size? Okay, there is copy from, so we could, but yeah, we can copy from. Okay, it would be like okay, so we would have like original value there. We can then fill it with or maybe there is no. Ah, there was resize. Okay, so it would be faster if we or maybe not. Okay, let's try that. And then for each value we need to clear the pixel. So yeah, maybe we'll do like do we have something like I don't think so, but transparent, yeah, we have. What is the value of that? Can we check that? Okay, let's okay, maybe I always forget about that. So when we have it here, yeah, it's yeah, so basically we should have 0. Yeah. So let's try that. And we have we have like okay, we can check that one if it will accept. Yeah, okay, it's different type of vector. Okay, but why that is not working? It should be automatically converted from the int. Okay, so yeah, it should have the automatic conversion to int. Okay, so I'm almost sure that we have conversion. Yeah, no, it's from int. Yeah, but we have it in other side also. So we should return. So it's complaining about specifically that one. We can, of course, do it like this, no problem, but it should be automatic. So that's strange. Okay, but also we need to. Okay, we can use temp image because we'll recreate it each time, and we'll set pixels here also. And to see the difference, we will set them to white. What I'm doing. And basically why I'm using this conversion, because whole engine is working on ID of fixed point arithmetics. I wrote like whole fixed point type with vectors, and that's important because I need the replace to be 100% deterministic, because I will want to have like replace that you are storing on the site somewhere, and then you can like everybody can watch them. So basically they need to be 100% deterministic, and you cannot do that basically with float operations. So I needed fixed point operations, and I have it. I will still need to test that on different platforms, but yeah, it should basically work, because every like and fractional part is still stored as an int internally. And we want to have white. And if we would do that, they should disappear from the original map and they should appear on the new one. And after that we will need to assign that. So we will need this start line sprite texture equals to new image texture that is from temp image. No. Okay, it was something else. It was like this will be new image texture. Oh, how I'm doing it here. It's create from, okay, it's even different. So we can do it like image texture from create from image, and here we'll pass temp image. So we are setting the texture for that. And this is something that we basically could test, I think, currently. It will maybe explode or not, we'll see. Okay, so it disappeared. Okay, it's not scaling. It is here, but it's really, really, really small. Because we are not setting the scale for that new image, and it should be exactly the same as the original image. And we are doing this when we are loading the map. Drag scale, yeah, and we need to set that. Can we do it like that? And this should work now, I think. Yeah, okay, so we have it. It's bright red because it's white, and we have like the shader that is turning it red. Okay. It's only visual part, so we can do everything is working under the hood in the same way, because the truth is that GODOT is working only as something that is gathering the inputs, and that is something that is rendering the stuff, and whole game logic is running in like one C# part that could be separated from GODOT fully. And this is important because when I will want to have, like, if I do something like this, for example, the time is counting at the bottom, and when I will want to check that player really get that time on that track, the track replay will need to be sent to the server, and on the server side I will need to exactly recreate that replay and check the that time matches what player get, and this will confirm that the replay is valid and that, for example, player time can be registered as valid. So the replay will need to be recreated, like recalculated, and for that I will need something on the server that doesn't have Godot at all. But yeah, it looks like we have, and we could change that easily in the shader editor, because currently we just returning red with the alpha value. If we disable the shader for now, like we will clear the material, it should just be white, and that's enough for us. Yeah, exactly. So that's working. Now we need to have exactly the same for the finish line. So what we would need. We can basically that will be finish line. Okay, sorry, I need to jump out for a second.
The spacecraft was a long way from home. I thought it might be a good idea just after Saturn to have them take one last glance homeward. From Saturn, the Earth would appear too small for Voyager to make out any detail. Our planet would be just a point of light, a lonely pixel, hardly distinguishable from the many other points of light Voyager would see. Nearby planets, far-off suns. But precisely because of the obscurity of our world thus revealed, such a picture might be worth having. It had been well understood by the scientists and philosophers of classical antiquity that the Earth was a mere point in a vast, encompassing cosmos.
Okay, I'm back. What I was doing, yeah, exactly, we have get start pixels, we want to have like finish line pixels, and we'll do exactly the same, but we'll do it from that and here. It would be like this. Again, we will clear that, and the temp image will need new one. So that part we can move. Now we can basically just fill it. I hope we can do it. We will see. So I will fill it. Then we will set again the colors, and in Godot we will need to duplicate that as another layer, and we'll probably need to have, they should not be on the same position so that they shouldn't collide like in set value. Okay, but that will be finish line sprite. It will be exactly the same. We will set it here. Just to be sure. will be something like this. And here it will be like this, and we can try that now. Okay, again we didn't set the scale. Okay, so now it should work basically. Yep, exactly. And we could now use like shaders to do stuff with that. So we could display them in different colors. We can add like a texture on or anything like that via the materials. And basically I will need to do exactly the same. I will need to do basically the same stuff now with the checkpoints. And we can try to disable them whenever needed. And yeah. Okay, so it looks pretty good for now. Yeah. Okay, I will need to go for a quick walk with my dog now, but I will be back like in 10 minutes. Okay, I think I will need to finish for today. But that looks really good. This is something that I wanted to like achieve today, and I'm glad that I was able to do that, because yeah, basically it will make everything much easier for me now. I will be able to render them in different ways. Yeah, that's great for me. We'll also will need to clear like this spawn point thing. We can, okay, one thing that we could do, we can test that on bigger map. Just to test that quickly, and that will be last thing that I will do today. I think number 3 was pretty big, not really sure. I will need like map loader. Yeah, that's not that one. Number 2 or number 4? Yeah, that's ugly. Ugly as fuck. But we can have that one. That will be probably pretty good for that. Yeah, and it's working without any problems. Yeah, as always, too fast. Yeah, okay, but still, basically it works as intended on bigger maps also. Because the problem with bigger maps is like much bigger pixel counts. That's important because it could slow down everything, but it looks like loading really fast still without any problems. The one of those probably was also small, and that one I'm not really sure if it's built like with the everything. Yeah, it looks like, yeah, it's big, a really big map, but it's not a lot of pixels there. And that one don't have the checkpoints. Basically, you could do like that. The checkpoints have wrong colors, but still, it was working pretty well. Yeah. Okay, so I think that's all for today. So thank you very much and have a nice time. See you later.